Shalom, shalom. Lord willing, somebody in somebody that's gonna watch the live, trying to see if there's any sound. Since I don't nobody on there, I do it myself. I'm trying to see if anybody can hear me, but I see nobody on, so I just checking myself. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All right, so I can't hear. So shalom, 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 Israel, man. Lord willing, we can get into these scripts. Lord willing, they could be edifying, straight to the point. We might dabble into multiple topics if the Spirit bring us that way. You know, I got some things that I wrote down that I want to crack off with. Right. But before I start, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. And we want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders in Great Millstone, who've been ruling well through the Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put on their spirit to endure, right? And mighty shalom to the hopeful elect scattered four corners of the earth, in and out of congregations, teaching His word and believing His word. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put in their spirit to endure. And a shalom to the wise and the single sisters that's believers of His word. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put on their mind, on their temple, to strive to be a virtuous and loving silent wife. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith, right? It's a lot going on, four corners of the world, let alone it's some things going on in America, right? And the men of the Lord come out days in and days out, week in and week out, to prophesy on the downfall of Babylon, also known as America, and, to usher in the hopeful elect in the coming of the Son of Man, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ, which his real name is Yahweh Shai, and he's going to plead with all flesh, right? And he's going to remove 2/3 of the Israelites from off this planet. Let's just crack down. Let's just, get in there. I'm going to do like Elder Tahar. He be having some of his notes before camp. I used to be ashamed of having notes down, but the Lord showed me what He was doing, and it gave me confidence. I don't want to look like a super bro. Sometimes sometimes I just got done studying, and something I read just inspired me at that moment, and I might not be able to remember the verses off the dome. So yes, I'm going to read. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 20 to 22, in the New Living Translation. It says, "In that day the remnant left in Israel, the survivors in the house of Jacob, will no longer depend on allies who seek to destroy them, but they will faithfully trust in Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel. A remnant will return, yes, a remnant of Jacob will return to the mighty God. But though the people of Israel are as numerous as the sand of the seashore, only a remnant of them will return. Yahweh has rightly decided to destroy His people," right? So the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, in righteousness decide to kill off 2/3, right? In each captivity, the Lord was dealing with the wicked Jake, man. right? Putting them through different trials and tribulations. Even when you go into Second Esdras, you find out that the Most High burned all the laws of Moses, right? In the first 5 books of the Bible, you find out the Lord put a spirit on these nations to burn um, the receipts, right? And I'm gonna get that precept, right? We have to go. I'm gonna go into the G&T, right? I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It is cold in my neck of the woods. What the heck? Salaki, y'all. My phone having a glitch moment. So yeah, Second Esdras. I don't know if it was chapter 14. Hold on, please bear with me. Okay. Do I want to go to that one? Actually, I got to. This is Second Esdras chapter 14, starting at verse 3, and this goes into a vision that the Most High had put Esdras through. Right? It says, the voice continued. I revealed myself from a bush and spoke to Moses when my people were slaves in Egypt. I sent him to lead them out of Egypt. I brought them to Mount Sinai. I kept Moses with me there on the mountain for a long time. While I told him the secrets about the ages and the end of time, I told him what to make public and what to keep secret. Right? And when we go into Psalms, we find out that the Lord revealed his secrets to the righteous. Literally, the Lord revealed his secrets to the elect men that actually give it to the other elect of Israel that's going to get saved on this side. That's why even in past tense and presence in the future, a lot of our brothers and sisters is not going to understand the scriptures because, the Spirit of the Lord didn't put them in the deeper knowledge, right? I want to get straight to the point, right? So you can find out where the Most High, let's go to 12. Verse 13, it says, so set your house in order, warn your people, comfort those who are humble, and teach those who are wise. Then say goodbye to this mortal life. Every day we should be working on ushering the elect. He says, set your house in order and warn the people. Outside of your actual physical house is the tabernacles of David, what we see in Amos, the 9th chapter, right? We have to warn the people in the house of Israel, right? We have to set our house in order, which the order is the Most High, Yahushai, and the apostles, and the 144,000, right? And the rest of the great multitude, right? It's an order dealing with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But we are like newscasters. We have to warn the people of pestilence, earthquakes, storms, right? Let me see. Verse 14, put earthly cares away from you. Throw down your human burdens and lay aside your weak human nature. Put all your anxiety aside and get ready to leave this world quickly. Right? This is the Lord speaking this to Ezra. Right? This is a long time ago. Now we're reading it now. Now when you put in that aspect how Yarmayan always bring out Sirach chapter 5 verse 8 where it says don't make no tarry, don't take off from day-to-day work of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right? So that means every day we should be occupied in the ministry of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Just like Sirach 6 and 37 say, be devoted to studying. Right? But Esau made so many distractions so that you'll feel like you don't even need to. Like I woke up today, I already had it on my mind, I wanted to bring it out, but my mind wasn't on a lesson. I did have what I already brought out, but that's how it is in this human nature. Some of us want to wake up right on fire with precepts ready to launch. Sometimes they don't happen that way and you wake up and you like drained, you tired, you know what I'm saying? So, praying is like one of those few things where I got to pray to the Lord to give me the ability to come out here and actually teach, right? That's why we need the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai to break down these scriptures, right? Because without him, how can the men of the Lord have motivation or encouragement inspiration to come out here and teach, right? When it could be a whole bunch of your people not even fucking listening, then you speak it to the camera, and they could be listening or they cannot be, right? This is really a faith thing, and people could be shaking their head, and I'm saying it loud, but the Lord created this teaching to be something foolish, right? To bring in the wise, right? Verse 18, it says, truth will depart and falsehood will draw ever near. The eagle you saw in your vision is just about to arrive. And that eagle was going into like Rome. Because when you go into 2nd Ezra 11 and 12, which the apostles break down very plainly. And if you do research, if you researching and not gurgitating what somebody else say, you'll find out plainly that that is going into the 12 Caesars and the 8 kings, right? That really had an unprofitable reign, right? And you can see it in the scriptures, right? The scriptures is a history base, right? And we have to devote our time to building our craft, right? Now we're about to get, here we go. This is where I want it. Dropping down to verse 20, it says, I am ready to depart as you have commanded. I will warn the present generation, but who will warn the people who have not yet been born? This world is a dark place, and its people have no light. Your law has been destroyed by fire, so no one can know what you have done in the past or what you are planning to do in the future, right? And that's why we should be thanking Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, right? It's documented that these heathen burned our law, statutes, and commandments, man. Burned the scriptures, man, right? So that we couldn't get it, but it was all Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. What do he say in Sirach 39, verse 28? The Lord said he creates spirits for vengeance. So that spirit that was on those men or those women to burn our holy scriptures, right? The Lord did that because of our rebellious ass, right? And when you go in the scriptures, you'll understand that Israel is the most rebellious nation out of all nations, right? Because the Lord is dealing with Israel before he deals with any nation, right? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It is cold out here. It is cold. So I'm trying my best, man. Please bear with me, man. Now that I think about it, it is cold out here. At first, it don't feel like it because I'm driving. This is Isaiah 65, verse 7 and 9 in the KJV. This is Isaiah 65, verse 7 and 9. It says, your iniquities and the iniquities of your fathers together, saith Yahweh, which have burned incense upon the mountains and blaspheming me upon the hills. Therefore will I measure their former work into their bosom. Thus saith Yahweh, as the new wine is found in the cluster, and one saith, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it. So I will do for my servant's sake, that I may not destroy them all. Right? So Israel is filthy. We dirty. But the Lord said he's not going to destroy all of us. Yes, the nation is dirty, but the Lord already is already ordained. Romans 11 and 7. Right? The elect already obtained it, but the rest were blinded. Right? Verse 9, the point, it says, and I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob, and out of Judah an inheritor of my mountain, which is really Hamashiach Yahushai, and with my elect, and my elect shall inherit it, and my servant shall dwell there. Right? His servants is the men. When we see in Numbers, what we see in Ezekiel, the Most High flock and his sheep are men. Right? The Lord deal with women through the men. And if a woman is single, that's where the Most High really got all your attention. But a woman ain't doing no more than what she's doing when she's married. She's just a single woman. She's watching prophecy, she's hearing it, but she ain't teaching prophecy, she's still being a woman, right? But the Lord is dealing with the men because most women that could be single or married, they're watching the men of the Lord teach, right? So the Lord left a remnant because the Lord is only dealing with a few. And to rebuild a nation, he only need a few. But in past tense, like in 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter, the Lord said he did make, he made many, right? This world was for the many at the time of Adam, but it was already predestined that later on the Lord said he created many, but only a few were chosen. Only a few are chosen to rule this place, right? For the start of the new kingdom, right? The new kingdom is going to be established with only a few, all right? The 12 apostles and the rest of the 144,000 who are going to judge the 12 tribes. The apostles are going to judge the nation, and then under them is going to be the elect men. That's under them. That's going to be judging the whole world, right? And that's all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. The so-called black, Latino, and Native man and woman is going to be in their rightful place, right? We're going to go to Psalms chapter 22 because I wanted to give y'all some reading. This is a very good chapter. It goes into the cry of David, the cry of anguish, and a song of praise. I'm going to read in the NLT so it can smack us, right? Starting at verse 1, reading to 12, it says, my power, why have you abandoned me? Why are you so far away when I groan for help? Every day I call to you, my power, but you do not answer. Every night I lift my voice, but I find no relief, right? And before I keep going, it's a lot of us that is doing the work. Just like what I was praying, for my daughter and for my wife and for the rest of my family, right? Me praying, and I might not see the prayer actually happening. And that's where your flesh comes, when you start, that spirit come and you start doubting. Or you be like, the Lord taking too long. Faith comes where you know that the Lord has the power to do things when he wants to. All the fucked up that we have done is no need for us to get mad because we don't get it right away. Do you follow the Lord right away? Niggas, you gonna stutter, right? So the Lord is never early and never late. He's always on time. But just like this, David prayer, all of our prayers is being answered if in our heart the Lord know that we're seeking or we are being righteous, right? It says, yet you are holy, enthroned on the praises of Israel. Our ancestors trusted in you, and you rescued them. They cried out to you and were saved. They trusted in you and were never disgraced. When you go into Sirach chapter 2, verse 10, it shows you that our foreign fathers, when they called on the name of the Lord, that they were never forsaken. Daniel in the lion den, Azariah, Mishael, and Hananiah, in the furnace. You got Esther, you got Susanna, you got Yahushai, you got Paul. We got all these people that were in certain situations. Even some of them had to die for this gospel, right? And they loved it because they were used as an example for other people. Eleazar, they trying to force him to eat pork, but he said, no, I want to take a glorious death for the other generations, right? So anybody that called on the Lord by his name and really believed and had faith, the Lord never forsake them, right? So the men of the Lord, the elect on this side, even the women, right, that's calling on the Lord, crying for the Lord hear our prayers. This is why, to our eyes, days is moving faster, right? Our household is having food and having clothes, But let's keep going. Verse 6, it says, but I am a worm, not a man. I am scorned and despised by all, right? Let alone that's David talking about himself. But when we go further, you'll find out through the Spirit, this is like a Mahamashiach Yahushai. He came down like a worm, right? And he was already had power and glory. And he came down less than himself, right? To be an example for us, to pick up his cross. How much more of us, right? Just because you got Gucci on don't mean you over Yahushua and David. You a freaking worm too, right? It says, everyone who sees me mocks me. They snare, shake their head, saying, is this the one who relies on Yahweh? Then let Yahweh save you. If Yahweh loves him so much, let Yahweh rescue him. Yet you brought me safely from my mother's womb. led me to trust you at my mother's breast. I was thrust into your arms at my birth. You have been my power from the moment I was born. Do not stay far from me, for trouble is near, and no one else can help me. My enemies surround me like a herd of bulls. Fierce bulls of Bashan have hemmed me in, right? And enemies is always surrounding the children of Israel, right? They try to do it spiritually, they doing it mentally, physically, and financially, right? But for us, what do we have to do? Just like ants, what do they say? Shoot, fly, bug, don't bother me, right? What do we got to do? Let's go to Ephesians, the 6th chapter, verse 17, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High God, right? So that's why brothers should be tapping in to the prophecies, man, right? Because when you go into 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, he told Ezra that he had men write a prophetic message and go back to warning the people, right? When you tell the elect to come back into following their true power and stop acting like niggas or sluts or hoes, you know what I'm saying, gangsters. You know, the black Latinos and natives is the salt of the earth, regardless how anybody feel, you know. Every nation on the earth want to be us. But then you got Jake want to be every other nation. You got Jake trying to wear blonde hair. You got Jake trying to look like whores. You got Jake trying to look like a gangster, but that all comes from Esau, right? Yahweh Shema Shai made us separate from all nations, and he made all nations different from one another, right? And we have to step aside and attach ourselves back to our power. That's the only way brothers and sisters can have a better life, right? Going back to the KJV, let's go to Exodus chapter 32. I'm going to read Exodus 32, verse 7 to 10. It says, and Yahweh said unto Moses, go get thee down, for thy people which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves. They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf, and have worshipped it, and have sacrificed thereunto, and said, these be our gods, O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And Yahweh said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Now therefore let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them, and I will make thee a great nation. Right? Because of the wickedness, while Moses was on Mount Sinai, we was over here worshiping the gods of Egypt, right? And didn't listen at all. And that's Moses. We were coming into it, you know. We were already walking in the way, but didn't fully grasp it until Moses came through. Look at us now. The Lord took all of that from us, because when you go back to 2nd Ezra, the 14th chapter, the Lord said he gave this law to your forefathers and then gave it to you. And your descendants after you, I'm going to take it from you and you won't have it. So because we sinned, the Lord took everything from us. When you go to 2nd Ezra, the 14th chapter, the Lord tell the children of Israel through Ezra that he took everything from us. Our homeland, our nationality, you know, our power, our treasure. You know, black Latinos and natives had cattle and land, right? When the Indians was over here, the so-called white man took over 2.3 trillion acres from the indigenous Indians who are Israelites. They did 400 treaties with the Indians and broke every last one. And they keep telling niggas that they gonna give them 40 acres and a mule, and they still never gave it to them. That's why the scriptures say never trust thy enemy. And niggas is over here thinking that we getting a reward, but we not. You know, we still in servitude in a land that's technically ours, but not ours. You know, and this is why we gotta run back to the Lord with an open mind. You know, not an open mind for different religions, but an open mind to be willing to receive it. Like the Lord saying, Sirach, if you ain't got the answer, put your hand over your mouth. But we got so many brothers that want to open up their damn mouth. We're going to drop down to verse 17 and read to verse 28. It says, and when Joshua heard the noise of the people, as they shouted, he said unto Moses, there is a noise of war in camp. And he said, it is not the voice of them that shout for mastery, neither is it the voice of them that cry for being overcome, but the noise of them that sing do I hear. And it came to pass, as soon as he came nigh unto the camp, that he saw the calf and the dancing, and Moses' anger waxed hot. And he cast the tables out of his hands and break them beneath the mount. And when he took the calf which they had made, and burnt it in the fire, and ground it to powder, and strewed it upon the water, and made the children of Israel drink of it. And Moses said unto Aaron, what did this people unto thee, that thou hast brought so great a sin upon them? And Aaron said, let not the anger of my Lord wax hot. Thou knowest the other people, that they are set on mischief. For they said unto me, make us gods, which shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him. Because they thinking this man dead. He up there 40 days, 40 nights. Where this man at? We down here. They said, and I said unto them, whosoever have any gold, let them break it off. So they gave it to me. Then I cast it on the fire, and there came out this calf, right? And this is the judgment of Aaron, where he was going to die on a hill, right? Just because of this. It says, and when Moses saw that the people were naked, for Aaron had made them naked unto their shame among their enemies. Then Moses stood in the gate of the camp and said, who is on the Lord's side? Let him come unto me. So who's on Yahweh's side? And we saying that today. Who's on Yahweh Shem Yahushai's side? Right? Let him come unto me. Right? And all the sons of Levi gather themselves together unto him. Right? We need to gather ourselves to the men of the Lord, man. Or gather ourselves amongst men with the same set of mind. Right? Sincere milk, prophecies, dark sayings, right? And parables. Stand next to them, right? Knock at their door, right? Always ask them questions. It says, and he said unto them, thus saith Yahweh God of Israel, put every man his word by his side, and go in and out from gate to gate through the camp, and slay every man his brother, and every man his companion, and every man his neighbor. And the children of Levi did according to the word of Moses, and there fell of the people that day about 3,000 men. Let alone because of our wickedness in this time in that wilderness, what did the Lord do? Anybody that was over 20 got killed. Anybody that was under 20, anybody over 20 got killed. Anybody under 12 was reserved. And that's how you could look at the elect too, right? But when you go to Judges 2 and 10, it shows you that every time a new generation came, right, the next generation didn't know the wonders or the works of Yahweh Shem Yahushai because the teachers. Where's the teachers at? Right? Now we in this dumbass place, Mystery Babylon, a place full of confusion, you know, and I know Jake, they lose faith. They're like, man, nobody listen to me. Guess what? The Lord said that nobody will listen, right? We don't come out here for 1,000 or 5 or 20,000 people to listen to us. We only come out here just for one, right? Because even Solomon said he's seen 1,000 men and only one was righteous, and out of 1,000 women, he's seen none, right? So the men of the Lord is not, we not dependent on anybody hearing us, man. We just have faith that we doing this work comes out, and the Lord sends the word wherever it's going to go. And whoever is of that number that the Lord see in the heart is going to take heed and actually cleave unto this word. You know, I ain't nothing. I don't think or believe I'm better than anybody. I just know that the way we supposed to move is better than what everybody is doing, right? And every man and every woman that's really in this walk, they trying to be better than themselves, right? So the whole point of this, this little quick camp is to tell the elect that the Lord left you, right? The Lord left you as a remnant, right? To feed the other elect, to teach the other elect, to build the other elect, to reach out your hand for the other elect, to rebuke the other elect. Because some of us is slipping, right? And we got to rebuke like Sakari, right? HOY, anybody that's saying anything incorrect, all congregations, if you're not in a congregation, you got to get a rebuction, right? Zion, what did he tell me? Not Zion from GMS Buffalo, but another Zion that's affiliate. He said, tighten up. And he right, we got to tighten up. Yarmayan, he had to get on me, The men of the Lord is got a spirit to teach, and they got a spirit to reprove their brothers so they not slipping. Yarmayan might be like, yo, bro, go do this. I gotta hear what he's saying. I'm stubborn now. I'm gonna do it this way, and then I do it my way, and then I learn. Then I go be like, yo, bro, you said this, and that's the Lord dealing with you, man. When the Lord got somebody correcting you, or when the Lord got somebody watching you, that's how you know the Lord got your back, right? We're not out here for oneself. We here for the elect's sake, right? Let's go to Revelations, right? Because it's going to be the same thing, right? Because we need Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? I'm going to just go to this little history point right here, right? Because I know some people be bringing it out totally wrong. But in history, the Lord put a spirit on our brothers and sisters. And you got to think, even in Jacob's trouble, something going to hit us to make us move. This Revelations chapter 12, and I'm reading the 14 to 17, it says, and to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time, times and a half a time, from the face of the serpent, which is really Esau. And the serpent, because this is really going into Rome, the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And it's really just going into like Titus and Vespasian at the time, where they was trying to tear down the temple and trying to attack the Israelites, right? And what he said is like, go get them. That's basically what he did. And when he spoke these words, a flood came, a flood of the Roman army, right? The Roman persecution, right? And that goes into, the August 30th, right? I got those receipts on my phone, right? So she fled, and it said the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahushai. Revelations 19 and 10, the testimony of Yahushai is prophecies. So that's talking about men that's getting into the law and the prophecies. And they were swallowed up by the earth, right? Because when they went to Africa, they was looking like the people. So they camouflaged, they blended in with the people. The Most High did that, right? You go to Psalms 119, I believe. I think it's 119. I think it's 119, if I'm not mistaken. It's 119, I believe. Let me see if I'm right. I forgot which one it was. Okay, this is Psalms chapter 119, Verse 7. Remember, O Yahweh, the children of the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon. See, this was talking in the first verse, that's talking about Rome, right? That's talking about Esau and Rome, where Vespasian and Titus, Titus is Vespasian's son, and he tore down the temple in Jerusalem, right? And he said, "Oh, daughter of Babylon," which is America now. You go on Google, type in daughter of Babylon, it's going to say prophetically, also known as America. And Babylon, if you get the etymology for it, it means confusion. It says, "Who art to be destroyed? Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth the little ones against the stone." And that what that goes into is not karma. Karma is not of the Lord. The Lord don't deal with that. And I used to say that a lot. A brother had said something to me. I think it was my brother Sam. He's like, "Yo, it's like we not with karma. Judgment is of the Lord. You reap what you sow." I'm like, dang. They just took karma and changed reap what you sow to karma. But it's really you reap what you sow. Every nation, even Israel, we're all gonna reap what we sow, right? So be devoted in the work of Yahweh Shem Shai to the best of your ability. You gotta do the work like your life depend on it, right? We don't. I don't gang another life. Smoking, drinking, partying, laying with girls. I don't gang another life. I don't have life just because I'm having a woman and having all these types of fun. Right? You're really in life when Yahweh try to abide in you. How can you say you enjoy life? This is the best life if Yahweh and Yahweh Shai don't abide in you. So Lord willing, this was straight to the point and motivating. It's kind of nippy out here, but like I said, the hopeful elect, whoever you are, we are the remnant. Lord willing, we are that number. And if the Spirit is always driving you to teach, it's a video that my wife has sent me, and I didn't get to watch it yet, but just the title alone, that joint smacked. He said one video alone would keep the devil away. When the men of the Lord make one video, it keeps the devil away from you, because the men of the Lord is going to get attacked way different. The devil don't want us to get in these scripts and get all deep, right? Let alone when you got that fire where you just bringing out history. Sometimes Edel Tahar is doing a video and bringing out commentary, or he's bringing out receipts to talk about another video. And then sometimes he do other videos where he's bringing out lessons. We got to really be devoted, because a lot of Jake is waking up through the cracks, man, from celebrities and to lower class citizens, right? So definitely share the word. Like you see the title, it said in the hospital, I was asked, can I prove it in the Bible? And, it was a sister that said when she was talking to people about the Bible, she wanted to see if they can prove it. If they can't prove it, she ain't rocking. We proving it. But and that's another thing, brothers. Just because you talk to somebody and they hear the scriptures, even if it's a sister, because I know, man, where's the girl that want to hear scriptures? And as soon as they hear scriptures, you got brother, she all up in the scriptures, and now they not with her no more. Don't lose faith, and don't lose that that vibe with that person just because they're not on fire like you. It takes time, right? But other than that, we're gonna say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahushai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. And Yahweh speed, man. Yo, and be a light, like the brothers in there is talking about, talking about brothers teaching, And this is what we out here to do. We out here to be the light, right? I'm not out here to be a celebrity or be the best. I'm out here to teach the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So all the ones that don't believe, when that time come, all your unfaithfulness, the Lord is gonna make sure you're gonna feel so butthurt when all this come to pass, and you be like, dang, that was actually real, right? So other than that, it's your brother Bible Gabar144, Lord willing, through the Spirit, I can do another lesson. Lord willing, I can get in there and do a car lesson, while I'm out here. Lord willing, the Lord allow some abundance the Lord allows some type of abundance to happen. But other than that, I'm gonna say Shalom Yahweh speed.